Welcome once again to At the Vision of AI View, Volume 4, Randomization of Knowledge. A wise man can learn from the foolish of those to be, but foolishness does not learn a thing. Or are they fools with knowledge and choose to do something other than wiseness? Any system is a system of that situation, of course. Only in your brother Cash's opinion, with the knowledge thereof, from multiple experiences in realms of this Ryam, of this form of whichever I am, welcome I am. Before we once again gain from a once be irrefil, yet we all have a fruit and a fault for the non-nature of natural protein, oleic acid, a fruit from unusual fiber, yet contains nothing unusual, all to be great and harmful within the same protein which we all share one way or another. Nuclear isn't that something to actually have that on a nuclear level. Therefore, everything has a balance. Balance on everything leaves you the tipping point. That's an action of one being on the scale of life's equation. Do we not forward when we walk? Do we not forward ourselves to succeed and conquer from the past for a better future? And avoidable thoughts. If you move accordingly to the waves of the oceans, you will be on the vast sea of the lakes of thy land. It is a very ignorant thought for anyone to say that they discovered anything on this planet in which we live on. For no one has discovered but rediscovered the things that were already here from the beginning of time, when the Supreme was connected to the beings of this earth, until one event happened to where we were disconnected and had disconnected ourselves unwillingly or not knowing from the Supreme, but not all have. For we know that it is the craving of the beautiful anointings of the Supreme to be reconnected spiritually, mentally, and everything. I do agree if no one else agrees. But this is just the opinion of your brother Cash, yet once again caring about situations heavily. In just my opinion. Do any count the earning of one's development, not to say that it is monetary substance, but the substance of your character in developing, that is which is of greatness or not. Who's to say you are unless you show who you are? Oh, this is I, and I am rooted unto the spirit of consciousness, and in many forms I am that I am, the reason why I am your brother Cash. For if I was not, then therefore you should not have heard of me or known of me. And in this world of connections, there are many cable tows. If you utilize them in the righteous way and be utilized for the greatness good of all humanity, so that we all may prosper, be very fruitful and multiply. For these are parts and angles of living a just life, which there are many, many more, but seeking you shall find. And after you find, use it, don't abuse it, share it, do your actions of your characteristics as a individual within this vast land of ours to the greatness that has allowed us to inhabit it. So therefore, we must take this gift preciously and preserve it for our future reincarnations, so we may come back and see the beauty of our legacies and yet be a part of it again for an even betterness notion of a motion from the ocean. Now that you are presently in the seas, the openings to the sea, and are you following the path of the Great Lakes to thy land? Have you not land? If so, strength forth and stretch forth out your hand, and my hand shall intake yours. With respect and understanding that we are building structures of life better for us all, to not have negativity, so therefore everyone have comfortability. There are no despise, there are no lies, there are no enviouses, there are no ignorances, for any of those voices are burnt, and all of their vices shall be do away from, and have no place within the structure of thy land. For their land is their land, our land is our land. Therefore we shall not cross each other's land if we do not agree with one another, but can learn to respect and live in a distance from one another, with all being provided from Mother Earth for all humanities to thrive and grow from. Look into yourself for the true treasure of life, so therefore you can and will be a part of that greatness and betterness of life, not only for yourself, but until others as well. Now let's go to the word, an expression of action of the individual, meaning usefulness, therefore as a word describes and meaning. So what's the meaning in that describes action or non-action as the word itself? Also with words with meanings are spelled or spells, therefore spell the word, or as the word is spoken as a spell towards the word itself, or the meaning described thereof. Receive or reject, but to all listening ears, if you're not already there, you shall be rich, and I cast that spell, so therefore we all shall prosper. But where is your wealth and who you are? Are I will to give and receive? Yes, I am. I yes to receive and give to will. I am. It's just your brother Cash's opinion and actions thereof. That's all. Ayo, y'all. Ayo. I choose not to pretend or lack within, but no one is without sin in this realm of the universe in existence. So therefore do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, but look into the glory of the righteousness supreme. Your heart is everything and nothing, as it exists as everything in creation, with termination of choosing your destination. CTFP and J or TPF and J. Arm, leg, arm, head. Saffron's instead. May I confuse none, or have I misled? For this is randomization of knowledge. Do most choose the fever to the mystics of liberty, or seek the magic through the cavaliers being jazzy? Under the wings of Dallas or Dallas, to see the sky of shy I go, golden as a warrior to clip all trailblazers with the thunder of OKC. For a New Orleans Phoenix Suns in Los Angeles being a Timberwolves that doesn't like Nuggets in Denver, watching the Mavericks oppose the Grizzlies as they rocket through Sacramento to be kings. Whispers with the knowledge as spurs of wizards, with spurs flying like hornets and eat like raptors under the heat of Celtic Pacers, looking at the Bucks in a Knicks affiliation or association. Oh, are you still with me? The rhetoric that I just used is to be as an example of so many words to say and giving meaning upon the actions of the words or the meaning of the thoughts of the words themselves. But that is also unto the individual thought and process of him or her, and that is the beauty of creation of words or any existence that can or cannot be explained through action or visualization. So to the best of the individual knowledge is to describe it in a way that most can understand. Let's go to the detachment of Mother Earth by the feet of man, when it became imperative that the disconnection of Mother Earth was entombed, and to the wicked ones of the land therefore possessed its shoes, or shoes. What are you talking about, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu? The covering of shy away, of root, that is what I am, your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu speak of. To go more in depth would say the bottom of the shoe or the soil being separated from the earth, or the soil of the shoe to the foot with the laces that crisscross to the top from the bottom. We're not talking about clothing, yet we're still only talking about the first concealment, which will be the shoe or the shoed or the shy away from factor. Touch on 2 feet, Mother Earth, with thy bare feet, and feel the elements of creation, materials, and minerals that make you, i.e. us. From the dust from which we come, which we shall all return unto the land of Mother Earth, meaning once again the womb. But this is only theology through your brother Cash, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu. Are you tuned into this yet? Or yet have I spoken in terms that's not understandable to the listener? So therefore, should I put your ear and give you a sight to see me, or do you see me and understand I don't have to pull your ear? It's only a step to step and a brace to embrace. Furthermore, needs not to be said. I see as I. Though we are concerningly with purity of truthness, as we know, my fellows and my peers. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the evil days come and the years draw near, in which you will say, so what would you say? What you say? Everything was meaningless. You don't have to answer me. Answer yourself, or who you are, and what means or meaninglessness you put forth as a individual to see everything and meaningless, unless you're talking about towards the glory of the Creator, which everything means everything, but nothing means nothing when you're not looking to the Creator for everything. That is the reason why everything else is meaningless. Shall I continue or close my gates and fasten, but yet slowly my key and lock it well? For this I will give you the conclusion of the matter, to keep fear and keep his commandments, being the true Creator of all and everything, God. In another term, godly life, therefore, every deed will have judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, your brother Cash, would like to say, and I quote, prosper through the Spirit and live healthy. This road I've traveled not only prepares who I was and always have been, phenomenal within my atmosphere of existence. There is much to speak of when it comes to the seen and unseen of things in this realm of life. There is much conversation to the seen and the unseen of things to be. From where it came to where it's going, only the Creator knows all things. Us as humans or Homo sapiens, or whatever name is called to us earth dwellers, children of God, just to name a few. From sleep to awakeness, give thanks unto the Creator and carry your day with love, for it trumps all negativities of the heart. Let there be peace within you, true peace, not only for the sake of yourself, but for the sake of others as well. Every leader had to be led, every teacher had to be taught. So the teaching that we're taught from the Creator we're giving in the beginning, or enhanced or theologically actions about movement of yesterday's today man on this mother earth of ours. The true text of all beginnings has been modified, remodified, and modified again to fit the agenda of those in control of the burning of the books and the legacies thereof. Without truly being through history events, whether it has been forgotten through the memories of our spirit, foreseeable and unintentionally, it still is undeniable truth of the burning of all books and scribes, and to keep only that help with the agenda of the leaders at the time period and existence of which they lived, to the time period that we now live. Therefore, without proper research or searching to rediscover, it's investable impossible, because in modern days we have no true knowledge but knowledge of truth for the things that has been recorded by sight or by hieroglyphs or text tablets or clay pottery, hided skin of sheep and bulls included, parchments of rolls of scrolls and papers that has been tightly jarred. Not saying it did happen, not saying it did not happen, but how can it be if a world flood to find in perfect condition within case of accusations of excavation sites preserved without the forces of water damaging any papers of iniquity, even the stones which had no corrosion due to the elements of the water? So therefore, wouldn't paper do the same and dissolve? Therefore, with any other scrolls, unless in a vast dwelling jar submerged in water and reappeared? But is that part of the case that has not been researched for the magnitude of humanity through into the situation alone? Or is this just, once again, your brother Cash's opinion, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu in theology thinking? I'm not going to completely go towards everything that has been written, but common sense shouldn't have to be written, since we have come to separate and have separate ways to have a sense of sensory. If you are truly in tune to Mother Earth, then therefore the consciousness with the electromagnetic field of Earth herself, who with you are in and as a individual, one in tune on a arithmetical vibration. Hear the bells ringing, or Brother Cash just got you again for telling you what's in you. Now jingle those bells, a vibration to slow down the heart rate, the mind state, the pineal glands, and your center. To consume the energy of one flow, of the vibration from Mother Earth and the surrounding placenta, and and the arteries or and ovaries of sound waves in conjunction with itself, just making you singularity with the energy inside the continuum itself. Therefore, if you search and be coherent with a steady high level of frequency, then therefore yourself being part of the frequency is yet higher. This is your brother Cash's opinion, Dr. Pearson-Rahtu to be exact. Think about this. If you think about a person and they may call you and say, I was thinking about you, or you may put into the atmosphere of brain wave or vibration with the body being in tune to the frequency of the vibration of the nature and the natural nature that it calls, i.e. great minds think alike, or like think minds that are great existence intuitions. On the G of genetics trial, it is us and not on us. It is in us and not on us. It is everything and everything and everything of us. I've progressed. I've shown you the mind doesn't rest. On my G of overseeing generations of minutely, it is the most blessing of my G, not of your G, but of our G universally by way of great most high G of all of us to achieve. One renders thyself as an individual to the supreme of all that exits and have exited. We are no more than the vessels that's needed to be carried through this realm of existence in the now of this here body, state, and physicality to help shape further the future that will be of existence. Go now and forevermore. Go without proper portions of property. Ensure prosperity personally and persistence of that and much more. That which was taken from kindness of being a kind of, and I quote whatever you say it is, lesson learned, not to get burned a second time from the same situation or anything involving thereof that you may not truly understand by going further into. As we know by now, this is your brother Cash's opinion, only caring about situations heavily. Other than that, your born radicated oppositional brother, BRO. What truth is, what truth is truth. What truth is truth. No matter the feelings or emotions put behind it, from learning and understanding the it itself. But yet once again, as we all hear, this is your brother Cash's opinion that's already been born eradicated in opposition. Yet once again, but to the spread, for the spread of brotherly love, and give sisterly hugs. For we all are one, despite us being so many, but yet collectively we are all the same. We are all the same supreme creation. We, having a true creator to bless us all as an individual and collective. So therefore on a daily account, you must show your vibration, for it is all good and none great. Therefore it is bad and it could be worse of the universe. So let's all be grateful for the equal balance for it still shall and will bring about greatness. For the scale of greatness to the purity of greatness to the any and everything of greatness, whether that greatness be of like-minded or non-like-minded. Truth shall always conquer. Truth shall always conquer. Truth shall always conquer. And everything needs to be said about nothing. So be done with the destructive things. Look into the truth, or is it not done within the truth? Can you, the listener, listen and see that in the way that I have once again given the rhetoric and the meaning and the knowledge and the spell of the word, of the words being spelled or said of origin, with or without definitive definition. In respect to all knowledge, the Creator seemed fit to spread it for those craving it, and allow us to receive it and also give it, in the aspect of it as a collective. As natural as BG3 is concerned, the biological, chemical, or vibrational colors of nature itself, and all singularity, portal holes, or gravitational magnitude, multitude of magnitude, a center of all living, dying, recreational sources of energy that are very fruitful and complex in its own. A true rainbow with the main three colors of process that process all others in the process of the same color intertwined. Hence green, blue, red, etc. Dealing in harmonic, ultraviolet color frequencies and nature's natural being. And all, don't forget about the negative green. Also, it seems within as a third, but could be considered a first. To make the 3 once again, 1 plus 1 equals 3, or did I just bend? To the degree of rhythm and rhyme, but maybe or maybe not of the same shine, yet intertwined. What do you design? So that you, the individual, may shine. I myself have inclined to the enlightenment of the light that shines. I refuse to accept anything that cannot be fact and action of movement, being a verb and not a noun, to the degree of actuality. For us to understand and move on, we must have love, compassion for each other. We must help each other. We must embrace each other. We must put away the prejudice. We need to let all be pure and love one another. Therefore, we can reconnect unto the supreme architect of Mother Earth herself, to go back and look for a brighter future for our offspring, so that they do not be confused or carry envy within them, or prejudice itself, or anything that is unclean and not natural. But this is also hard to say, because even negativity has to play its part as well. And without them both, who knows where the world would be? And how can you get rid of positive and negative charge itself, for each other needs each other to revolve? Take into account that if nature was to stand still, we'll all perish and we'll all be renewed. Through the different atmospheric experiments took it around the planet itself, thinking not that Mother Earth will not go back and try to create what has went wrong, for she always changes and come back for bigger and better. This is another another opinion. Not only as your brother Cash, but in philosophy as your brother Dr. Pearson-Rahtu, theological thinking and logical being. Self-development of humanity's achievement results. As an individual myself, but with collective action and reaction. It took you, the listener, to also help in this process. So therefore, I thank you, and I thank you all that have enjoyed Volume 4 at the Vision of an Eye's View, Randomization of Knowledge.